That time of year again when matriculants will be looking to further their studies at universities and colleges. Well, the Higher Education Department is urging them to be aware of fly-by-night colleges. Now, Minister Blade Nzimande is advising prospective students to check colleges, their registration status with his department first. For more on this, we're speaking out to the department spokesperson, Ishmael Mnisi, who joins us virtually from Pretoria. Ishmael, thank you so much for your time this evening. You heard in the intro there, we say it's that time of year again, which of course alludes to the fact that we have to have this conversation every year, because this scourge of so-called fly-by-night colleges is just not going away. How serious is this issue as we start another year and another difficult one for prospective students?
Well, good evening, Marcel. Look, the one child or family that gets affected is too many, in as far as we are concerned as a Department of Higher Education and Training. Now, the problem, as we are saying, it escalates at the beginning of the year. However, we do have instances where you find some of these colleges mushrooming during the course of the year, because some of them, they offer short courses and so on. And we do have students who, you know, from time to time will go to these institutions. However, as a department, we do have campaigns throughout the year where we go to various provinces. We monitor whatever that is happening through the reports that we get from the police and from the victims themselves. We instantly release our officials to go to the site and see for themselves whether the college is registered or not registered. And instantly, when we come across a college that is not registered or recognized by the department, we close it, and then we instantly commence with investigations of the owners of the college. However, that it's things that we do after people have been affected. So this is the reason why the Minister Nzimande is currently warning the public, the parents, including their prospective kids, to make sure that when they go and register at the beginning of the year, they scrutinize each and every college by making sure, one, that the college is registered with us, and we're providing our website where they can go into it and check if the college is registered. And by checking, they will check firstly whether the college is registered, and the certificate will be issued, which we expect each and every college to put that certificate in their walls at their reception, where the members of the public can have access to it and check for themselves if such a college is registered or not.
Now, Ishmael, if I could...
Marcel,
go ahead.
Secondly, we ask the prospective students to also make sure that the courses or the qualifications that they want to apply for are also registered with us. So when we issue a certificate, it also goes with the accredited courses that college must offer. So if they have suspicions that that qualification is not registered, they also can contact the department.
Now, Ishmael, in your experience, because, I mean, like you said, your department has been working on getting rid of the scourge for some time, and you've had some success in being able to target and close down some of these fly-by-night colleges. But in your experience, which are the communities and which are the areas that you find that these colleges are able to get a foothold and take advantage of students at a very sensitive time in their life path and the beginning of their career path? I know at some point that there was an issue with quite a few of them springing up in an area like in the city of Johannesburg, where there were a lot of buildings that perhaps were easy to set up colleges in, a lot of students already in that area. But in your experience, where are the places, where is the type of environment that these colleges are able to get, put a foothold in?
Well, as we are saying, Marcel, we mostly find these colleges in our big cities, in Johannesburg, in Durban, in Pretoria, and in the Northwest, there is a proliferation of these institutions in Rustenburg. So where you've got built-up cities, you have these colleges taking advantage of unsuspecting members of the public. So we are, in all those centers that we have outlined now, having our officials visiting those areas, including using our own TVET colleges, principals, lecturers, and students to also augment on the capacity that we are having to make sure that we visit and check each and every institution that exists in such places. Sometimes some of them, they've got a way of hiding them without our officials easily seeing them, but we know that members of the public have got a way of identifying them and even registering them. Recently, we have realized that some of them are now going online, so some of them you might not see them physically being in a particular building. Now they go online, so we monitor as well whatever that is happening online, so that such institutions we check, and if members of the public finds them and they contact us, we are able to identify and assist them further.
It must be so heartbreaking coming across these stories of students and their families who have been taken for a ride, because a lot of these colleges aren't cheap, and they're taking advantage of students and families at a very difficult time. We always hear about how there's still a huge part of the South African population where children are the first in their families to be able to go and get some kind of higher education. And we're still hearing stories of students who are giving their money over to these places, these fly-by-night colleges. They're going through the motions for a few years. They're getting this piece of paper that they are told is a qualification, and they only find out once they try and use that qualification to get a job or to further education. They only then find out that this is not real, it hasn't been vetted, and it isn't an actual qualification. It must be so heartbreaking and frustrating for you to have to break that kind of news to these students and tell them the last 2-3 years of your life has been a waste, and that money for that family has gone down the drain.
This is a very sad story, that when we come across it, as we are saying, and this is the reason why the minister appeals to members of the public to work with us to clamp down on these bogus colleges, because they're not only diminishing the hopes of the students, but of the entire society, because these students, they are dependent. Their families are dependent on them when they give them their last money to go and study. And now we want to work with them for us to clamp down on these bogus colleges. As we are saying that they mushroom everywhere or anywhere, and sometimes it's difficult for the department alone to identify where they are. Sometimes we know some of these colleges when we are tipped off by the students themselves who might have been scammed by these bogus colleges. So we want to work with our colleges, with our students and their parents, and let them contact us so that we help them to verify before they can even send money, before they can even waste their time to go and register with these colleges. Now we're also giving them another option, which are public TVET colleges that we are managing as a department. We are also giving them options through our sitters, through the programs that we are having. We are also giving them opportunities through our community colleges, which are public institution verified, and also through our universities. So we are saying, although we are recognizing private colleges in South Africa, but for the majority of our people, let them first try the public institutions, which they know that they are officially recognized, before they can look at alternatives with the private colleges. However, for those that prefer to go to those private colleges, we ensure that we provide them with the necessary information which is obtainable in our departmental website, which is www.dhet.gov.za. They will find a list of all the colleges that are recognized, and when they are those bogus colleges, we also advise them that they must contact the law enforcement agencies, who, by the way, we are working with when we do our own inspections, and our collaboration has been very good.
Okay, we can only wish you everything of the best. Very, very important campaign there you're working on. Ishmael Mnisi is the spokesperson for the Higher Education Department. We thank him for his time. The toll-free number to check whether the college that your child or you are thinking of registering with, to check if it is vetted and registered. That number on your screen, toll-free 0800 872 222. And of course, you can also go to the department website, dhet.gov.za.